Yeah. Yeah. Woo. Back.
Look at that. Don't even have my microphone ready to go. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It is my afternoon. It's fly out day for me to go to Melbourne. I wanted to bring back Solana Gaming Updates. It's a bit different for me now because I don't have as much time to research all of the gaming. I'm not doing AMAs with a lot of the games and all of these and studying the new ones to come out, but I am still following several games. This is tonight, Steppen, tomorrow night. So Friday, 5 o'clock till 6:30 at the event venue. And then after that, we go off to the Transport Hotel. So if you're in Melbourne or you're around Melbourne, you don't know about the Steppen live event, you should absolutely go and check Discord and have a look there. So Transport Hotel, we've got a room downstairs, so we're going to stay out of the cold, out of the rain. It may rain at the event. It's Melbourne. It's crazy times. It rains a lot there. So this will be super awesome fun. These live events, they bring the social fire element to it, and they've been one of my highlights. I've traveled around the world with them. The Greek, the Paris one, the Athens and Paris, they were absolutely amazing fun for different reasons. Jogging with Barn Dog, that's still on 5 days a week. You see a fresh new flyer. Thank you, Maddie. Kevin, one of the US ambassadors, joins me twice a week, and Ox has been with me for months. These are two guys that I class as friends in the system. Kev, as the US ambassador, he's a physical therapist. We would call that a physio in Australia. And he can field different general questions about health and not do a per case basis, but give some really insightful information. He knows a lot about a whole lot of different fields. So it's great having people help in the community. I'm doing this while I'm walking 2-3 hours in the morning. So it's really cool to have extra opinions rather than just my own and be challenged and all of those kinds of things. Doghouse special, that's every week on STEPN Discord, 10 o'clock my time. So that is UTC midday on a Monday. And I get on there. We had 4 of the boys last week and myself. Gundiver's working back out at sea. So he missed this one. Hopefully he manages to get into a couple of them going forward. Where are we here? I had the child labour going with the boys. They're at the table. They're designing some merch for the old doghouse. It's a fun little process with the family and all those kinds of things. Videos I've been back to the basics of doing videos for Steppen. I've got some shorts out of gem openings of doing the mystery boxes. I actually had a whole heap of new sneakers arrive for the family, for me and the family. I had 2 pairs. The missus had a pair and the young fella had his pair. And the 8-year-old Coops, he will go and get sized out this weekend and get his first pair of ASIC sneakers. So even though we buy ASIC, I'm not affiliated with them. I've just always used them from my mid-20s onwards, I've always used ASICs. It just worked really lucky that they came into the game as our first partnership. But there'll be more games more shoes and brands down the track. And realistically, I should go and try them or get an ASIC sponsorship. One or the other, that would be good. So for the videos, they'll be back. I'll keep trying to pump out the strategy videos. So I did mystery boxes and scrolls, the basics. I did the sneaker synthesis and explained a few of the things that most people don't trigger and think about. You've got to think about your energy levels, your GST, all of that kind of stuff, your daily cap for your GST. So I did do a 50K giveaway for my Twitter. That was awesome. I just actioned the last prize. I believe it was yesterday. They were still waiting on one person, and I actioned that to them, and it was really, really cool. That was a great feeling to give the sneakers to different people, and we saw no uncommons come out of the sneaker boxes, but I saw one really great jogger with high stats and a great runner with high stats. So, like I said, Melbourne tomorrow night, Friday night, and then we've got Perth a month later. 23rd of July, slightly different setup, and we're going to be doing, that's a Saturday morning at 9 a.m. start, and then after that we're going to go and have a brunch and maybe some sneaky pre-lunch beers. But it's about meeting people, it's about talking about the game. It's a bear market, it's a fucking horrible market, but at the same time, you still get outside, you still move to earn, you're still earning that GST, and the game elements are there. There's been some massive updates. Instagram's filling up, 2,500 just about there. Let's have a look at some token prices. I'll refresh this. Bitcoin's been crazy as to what it's doing. It had a little bit of comeback last week where it went back up to like 22, I thought, but there you go, 21. Back down. It had really dived right down there. But let's go back to 7 day. I'm sure, yeah, there it is, up to above 22 over there. And then it had a really dark day over there. I don't know what Bitcoin's doing. I don't think anybody really does. It's a horrible, black swan event where around the world we've got interest rates going up in the US. We've got war in Europe. There's all kinds of crazy shit that is playing on the market. So definitely keep your heads down, keep moving, stay safe, be careful with your crypto, do extra research if you need it. Let's look at the things that I want to know about, and that's Steppen GMT token, 75 cents. That had a pump up this week. It was down to the 60s, down to the 55s, and that went above 80 cents again. And it's just come down a touch to under 70s. We don't know when GMT earning is coming out. Audius is still a coin I super love. Alchemy Pay, I've applied for a credit card. I want to do more research on how that works, using it as a crypto. You put your USDC on it and you use that. So I'm waiting on my KYC to go through with that. So watch this space and I'll try and get something out. Big ones to see is GST has been huge. So under 20 cents for Solana GST and just under 40 cents for BGST. So the Binance GST is double what Solana is. So there's still arbitrage there. Now what's happened is the energy bridge system has stopped. So if people had one sneaker on Binance and 8 sneakers on Solana, they would have 9 energy to use on Binance. But now they don't. Now they've got 2 energy and that's it. Whereas on Solana, if they only had the 8, they would go down to 4 energy, would need to buy another shoe to get back to 9 to get them to that 9 energy. Some people actually gained energy in the system change, but it was a good system. I think the energy bridge was exploited during the game. It was how they had intended initially. But of course, bringing out these game concepts is different when you find all these degenerates around the world working out what's the best way for them to make profit. That's where the game started, being a crypto base. Players, they're always worried about their ROI, all those kinds of things. Whereas for people like myself, I find myself in the middle of it. I'm a gamer. I want to play the game, and I'm running my best speed for 5 kilometers last weekend. I hit 19 minutes 39. I did a 43-minute, 26-second 10-kilometer in Paris. I've got my first half marathon booked in July 17th in Cairns, where I am at home. And my first marathon I'm thinking of doing in November in the Greek Classic Marathon. I may actually sneak a marathon in before then. I think I'm ready for a marathon. I just want to get one done. And having the Greek Classic as my first one, that really sounds cool to me. It really does sound cool. But seeing, it's still a crypto game. There's still people like on Solana, you can do futures. You can do it on FTX and other platforms where you can actually go long, go short on the coins. It's kind of weird. So I'm guessing because there's less people earning mass amount of energy on Binance now because it got split. The flip side of that now is for people with 3 sneakers on Binance, on Solana, you could buy 1 sneaker on Binance and get in at 2 energy. So having a 4 sneaker on Solana does nothing. Having a 4 sneaker and a first on Binance actually bumps your energy up. So there's going to be a lot of play. Maybe people go across to Binance now. Aurora's come down heavily to $2.20, but that's kind of going a bit sideways by looking at the market there. Defi Land, under 0.5 cent per coin. Now, this is something, people are going, oh, you've killed GST price in the game. DeFi Land was above 40 cents, and it's 0.5 cent. So all games have struggled. You see their Goldie is 0.1 of a cent at the moment. Cryo, well, that was I was stoked at that in like the $2-3 range, I think, from memory. It's 3 cents. So, there's a lot of these games that are building. It's just a very, very fucking hard time for these games during a bear market. Let's have a look at some of the NFTs that I either hold or am watching closely. Portals is a funny one. Probably the best metaverse on Solana, and that's sitting in the 33s. I was really happy. I got 2 of those in December and sold out both of mine for around 100 combined. And obviously, you know, that's only 50 average. They went into the 80s. There's been a lot of production with portals. It's still holding up there in the 33s, and they've got a little bit of volume on Magic Eden. I don't know if they're on other marketplaces and whether they trade higher. I just watch Magic Eden because it's got the watch list and I'm set up to go. Sweets, 6.7. Nothing really happening there too much. The game's progressing a lot with photo finish, and it's good to see how that's going along. Potentially, they're in beta at the moment, so they're beta testing. That might not be too far before we start seeing races, and we're sitting in there with our mates having a cold beer. You know, we're all in our lounge rooms, all in our computer rooms, having a cold beer and socializing. You know, the world's still in a pandemic. Some countries have harder laws to worry about than others, but you know, you can sit down with your mates at some degenerate time in the morning, maybe 1 a.m, and have a cold rum, have a cold beer with your mates watching your favorite horses. We've still got our grape syndicate, so very much following that. The Remnants, seeing that down to 5 Solana, shows you these are one of the teams that I've got one Remnant, I've got one female Remnant I got from the whitelist, and then I've got 3 camps. I've got 3 camps. Still watching that, still keeping up with the guys, and I'll show a little bit of that on at the end. The camps being 4 Solana now. Now, I've got 3 camps. They do it 1, 3, 5, 10, and 25. You merge them together, and that becomes a different size camp. It's a one-off event. You can only ever have it. So there's, I think, 4,000 maximum camps. That's a one-off event. So I know I've got 3, and I'm kind of like, oh, I want a sneaky 2 more to get to the 5 level. But the problem is if I get to 5, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go another 5 and get to 10. Not too sure yet. I've got my 3. I'm happy because I'm just playing it and I'm watching it. They're cool guys. I do like Stud and Juice. Steppen on there, 340 for... it's hard to know what actually sells on there. I watch the marketplaces. It's interesting seeing Lux around the 2 to 3 Solana. They had a bump. They've gone to Ethereum, I believe. I don't follow the information too much. It's good to see Shade traveling just under 3 Solana. It is very good. I like Eberl. That was a good team. Savannah sitting at 2. Zulana not doing too much. Knife Fork Spoon. They did their not the Spoonverse, the Game Hub, and it's got a platform and tokenomics and model and white paper very similar to Steppen. And you get this controller and you upgrade that and you play games. Their first game looked like a Galactica styled game. Looks good. I'm enjoying it. Kaiju Cards I'm keeping up with. Some of their announcements are awesome. Gyris 1.4, that's not going up nor down too much. You can see a little bit of trade there. Chain Myth's got a bit of volume there. Bugger all, isn't it? But still, Chain Myth, FPS, and where are we? Ghost Boys, you can see lots of these. These are games that I have NFTs. These are all things I've got NFTs in, so I'm still watching them. Right, what have I got here? Oh, some of the footage from this is, has it got sound? This is super cool for photo finish. And they're running through their betas and stuff. Don't know that there's sound on it. I'm not a big I'm not a big horse racing fan. In Australia, Aussies normally are. We've got the Melbourne Cup. Obviously, there's lots of live races and stuff like that all through Australia. But for this, I do still like it. I'm glad I don't get as much time, and I've missed a few weeks for photo finish for our syndicate going across to Europe. So it's good to be back and back into those. But this horse racing, it actually looks super, super awesome. Pause that there. We'll go to our next thing. What have we got here? Remnants. They did a page update. They did a white paper update, and they've got their game update. And I'll show you through a few things of that. Soul Hacker House. Now, I'm going to this. It's in August 3rd to the 7th, and we've got a STEPN event following around there too. So it's going to be very, very cool. Solana Gaming with Barndog. It's still Solana Gaming with Barndog. I still love Solana. It's my favorite chain. Obviously, I've got Binance sneakers in Steppen. I was doing the Binance live thing, but we've kind of pivoted back to going on Discord once a week with a recording to go onto my YouTube. Just makes it a bit easier, especially when I travel back to Europe, and that will happen later on this year. I need to have a way of recording these things which isn't heavy on the data. I found recording with Stage multiple cameras, just too hard on the data I had while I was in Europe. This was funny to see. It's been one of the very first things I've seen. Someone showed me this, and most engagement barn dog. This was a lot of this engagement comes from Steppen, from these 3 Twitter spaces a week. We do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that's 9 a.m., 6 a.m. and 0000 UTC. So these are crowd prize giveaways, you know, a Genesis NFT. And we've done this, Jason and I, since January. So it's, you know, 6 months down the track, we're still doing it. We've missed a couple of sessions due to either traveling commitments or other appointments, but we're still coming back 3 days a week. They may change slightly going in the future, but there's still going to be some kind of community there. And we might get random community in. We had a physio come in on Friday, talk about he does a STEPN injury prevention, and it's his own podcast. It's his own thing. So it was really cool to see on there. I think I'm still me. I hope I'm still me. You know, I'm not letting it get to my head. I still want to work. I still want to do this hard. I want to crank along. Shits. Why have I got a spreadsheet called Shits? It's because I've been sending one of the boys my poos. So it's for the game Metagates, and you can see there's a big list there. I've sent him 30 poos, and this is for you mint them into shards to play the game. And it was good to see some of this gameplay. I haven't had a chance to be able to go in and actually test the gameplay for ages, but it's good to see they're still cranking along and building this. They do weekly tournaments. They have a lot of fun and engagement with their community. Like anything, they could use more players. They could use more community members that are keen to help, keen to game test.
Haha, get wrecked, noobs.
I like it. I do like it. Get wrecked, noobs. So, Metagates, let's put up some art, some concept art, and I get some really huge Magic the Gathering vibes from this stuff. Like, I did retweet that one. I think I saw that one. But then you come down, and there was another one here, and that just reminds me of Magic the Gathering, some old artwork from the cards. Maybe the person has worked on those. This one here specifically. Very big vibe from MTG. Gyris, I've seen today or yesterday they put up the rigging. So the UE5 rigging. Here we go. So we saw this come up, and it shows you how it's rigged and how they're riding the mounts and stuff like this. So they're building in UE5, and that's not going to be a quick build. Same as Star Atlas building in UE5. I mean, obviously I don't follow them anymore, but you know, they're building in UE5. It's a slow build. The engagement is going to be there, but they are absolutely cranking along. There's always lots of tweets, always lots of things. Let's have a look at this. That is lagging up. Just trying to connect on the side my wallet to Anatoly The Cat as well. See if we can get a game going with that at the same time. So it shows you the rigging and the pathing for it. Let's watch that one more time. Just while I try to... Oh, there it is. All right, I'll cue that up now, see if anyone's playing. So that's Gyris, still building, still, you know, Aussie team. I'm still watching them. Couple of Steppen updates, 5 equals 1. So what's that? That's the sneaker synthesis / enhancement, however you're going to call it. Massive. I did videos on it. I'll keep watching it. I want to keep doing synthesis myself. At the moment, I prefer this to minting gems, and I prefer this than minting sneakers. It's very, very cool. How it affects the marketplace in the game and stuff, who knows? I'm not there to absolutely min-max my profit margin in the game. I am smashing out time actually outside, walking, running, increasing my splits, getting better times, trying to prepare for a marathon, half marathon, and then a marathon down the track. But this particular way, it allows you to get 5 commons and mint them into an uncommon, guaranteed. It is a super cool option. Watch the videos. Realm 3 July 2022. Third realm. There's a lot to think about for the third realm. A lot to think about for the third realm. Hopefully, that's more at the end of July is what I'm hoping, because it gives people to soak in the mystery box change, the scrolls, the synthesis. That's a whole lot of stuff in the last 2 to 3 weeks that we've had updating, and it's really, really cool to make sure we get it out properly. Let me drag across my other screen. So Anatoly The Cat, they pushed back their update. Not their update, they pushed back their mint. And when you mint, you get a packet of 5 cards. You will need those 5 cards to play. At the moment, they're still doing that, and I played a few games last week. It just comes down to time. Again, it's like a lot of these games, they need people playing them, like bums in seats. It's a very big thing. They still need these. Now, DeFi Land. Let's get into here. I've been a little bit upset with my DeFi Land. Main reason being is, for whatever fucking reason, you cannot. The game won't accept my DFL tokens. While that's loading up, let's go and have a look at Remnants. So, Remnants, you can see 7,037 out of 8,000 lootings. That means you've got 12% not doing anything, maybe on the marketplaces. I've got my camp tokens, my keys. They've still got the key system. Now, have a look at these things. These are your remnants, of course, my females. It'll be cool one day they'll bring out a naming feature. You'd have to see them bring out a naming feature. Something I've learned this week, you've got, you can see the backpack, 93 of 125. They've got durability. You're going to need to repair those items. So also your hazmat helmet, same thing. Your ID card, same thing. If you take that on a session, on a run, and you're not using it, so for me, I've been sending both of them to the farms, and I don't know that this is the best way, but I'll explain why. So I took those out, and old mate had the bolt cutters and the helmet, but I don't think I had the card used. Yeah, I haven't been using the card. There was 4 in the old utility, now there's only 3, so kind of lucky that there is. But I don't know how to get all these walkie-talkies and compasses and shit back into it. I want wood at the moment. So the reason I want wood, this is why. Why is that not doing that? Very good. Claim. So when you go and do the farm resources, the items I need is the camo netting and the tarpaulin and wood. I didn't have an axe until last night. I finally got an axe. I'm not going to resend him. Now, with my lovely lady here, she is farming. Yeah, boy. So, I want more old flashlights. How do I do this? I'm going to resend her just out of simplicity, because I can do 2 things. I want more flashlights because I want to upgrade the flashlight she has. So there's a blue flashlight, that's the level 2. The red flashlight, that's the level 3. Love my flashlights, love my books. So the reason I send it to the farm is because you can get the flashlights, you can get the Dusty Survival Guides. They're 2 of my favorite items. You can get the axe, which allows you to go to the forest resources, and then you can get the pickaxe, which allows you to go to the mine. So I want those. Can I give old mate this? Yes, I can. All right. So now I need to know, how do I upgrade those? You go to your blacksmith. I'm looking at torches. So to go to a red torch, which is what it will be, she'll need glass, electrical parts, small LEDs, and flashlights. So I'll need to have, actually, sorry, I'm going to need 2 of those, aren't I? Keys. I don't know what that is. Break table, maybe you destroy things. Your NFTs, maybe. So I'm going to need to make a blue one. There it is, blue one. So I need to make 2 blues and then make a red. Gold's not a problem in the game. So obviously you're going to have to use gold to repair items. So to make a blue one, I would need glass, electrical, and small LED. I don't have glass anywhere. I do have some electrical parts there. radio, electrical parts, 46. So I would give those to her, but costs you nothing to move those around. What I was doing with my remnant here, we'll show you. I'll show you why I've done that, because I've got a second trolley. So I wanted to turn those 2 trolleys into a level 2 trolley, because now there's 3 levels. So I need wood, scrap metal, tarpaulins, camo netting, wheel, and garden cart. So I don't know where the wheels come from. I'm just going to go and buy them from the marketplace. But camo netting, tarpaulin, 300 and 320 of those, right? 300 and 320 of those. I still don't have those. But the electrical parts also came from sending my remnant now to the radiation zone. So what I will do is send him back to the radiation zone. But to do that, I cannot. I need to put that on, don't I? So I'll put that on. I don't need to put that on there. I am eventually going to send him to get the wood. And where did I send my... I sent her back to the farm, didn't I? Because I need that... I don't need an axe. I need the pickaxe. So I can go to the mine to get that. So you're getting your parts. It's just giving you more things to have to build out. And I like it. This is why I like the game, because you've got to think, holy shit, I've only got 2 remnants. Where do I send them? Only got 2. Some people have 1. Some people have 10. I'd hate to see where it goes in there. Now, let's have a look at... I will send him back to... So, loot. The reason I'm sending him here is because it's got more camo netting, more tarpaulin than what the farm has, and the electrical parts won't hurt to get extra. So what I'll do is I'll turn those 2 into another blue, and then I'll find out what I need to turn it into a red. So obviously down the track, that is going to be more electrical parts. So getting my remnant to go to that would be good. Yeah, more glass, electrical parts. I don't know where glass comes from. Let's find out. Let's find out quickly. Nope. Glass, there you go. 1 to 4. Wow. Surely it's... Where does glass come from? That can't be it, can it? We know it's not the farm. 1 to 4 glass. Wow. So, all right. So, what about resources over here for the government? Yeah, 6 to 18. Okay. So, glass from there, electrical parts, radio parts. So, when I'm ready for the red, 6 to 18, that's where I would be sending my remnant to go and get glass for the red thing. So, things are a bit harder to create in the game. I still have to work out how to get shit in and out of the bank. And I also don't know how to repair my stuff. So, yeah, I'm working there. At least now I've got the pickaxe. I can go and farm here. And when I'm ready to get my wood, 25 to 75. So I needed, I think, 600 on my remnant. And I've only got 110. So once I'm at 300 here, I'll send him to go to the forest to top up the 600. And if I need to go and buy whatever items it is so he can upgrade that cart, I'll do that. But that's Remnants. I'm really enjoying it. It was great to catch up with the team and read all of the things. So let's have a look in my bank. I've got no loose DFL. But let's harvest that. So that takes a little bit of time. And while we do it, let's go and have a look at our animals. Old doggo. So, he's finished his adventure. So you get a bit of golden experience. And what you do for the doggo is you feed him. So that uses 1 energy every time. But you see I've got 89 out of 100 durability. That really hurts them. They take a lot of damage from going on these. So my crop's successfully harvested. Let's go over here. Harvest that one. I'm doing this to get some tokens so I can swap them around. Now, free to play, you can see that. It doesn't look like you can upgrade your free to play. And by doing these on the free to plays, all you get is experience points. It's kind of pointless as far, like, it's good to see it and good to experiment with it. And the more you send your doggos, the more you feed your animals, the more you get back from them. And the longer the sessions they go on, the better. Plus, also, it's 24 hours. I'd love to see a 1 week thing there. Love to see a 1 week. So that's my doggo sorted out. I've got one cat. Have a look at Hannibal. He's finished his adventure. What do you got, Caddy? Mr. Hannibal, 30 gold. Very nice, very nice. It's the same thing. I feed him twice, and send him off. Now let's come over to the marketplace. Give me some DFL. You can see I'm doing the swap. This uses Mercurial Finance, which is powered by Jupiter. So it's this is, it's gamifying DeFi, and it makes it simple. Is that the best strategy? Am I going to really make the absolute maximum? Can I go and use a different AMM? Sure. Can I be bothered? No. I like it. I like that it's all there and compact. I still use the GST GMT function swapping in my app for Steppen, because I'm a traditional gamer. I don't want things taking hours of my time. Where I can save time, I'll save me. If it's a few cents here and there, so be it. I don't have any chooks or cows. You just have the free ones there. But I've got a ducko. Now with the ducks, 2.8 energy. So realistically, you want 3 energy if you can, because then that would be a third feed. I think he gives me a fair bit of gold. Nah, bugger all. All right, so let's look at the duck as an example. I want to upgrade the duck. Now, we know I've got DFL, but it's not showing up. We know I've got some. I just traded for shitloads. So I've upgraded these past their initial Goldie requirements, but now I can't upgrade them more. So my NFTs are stuck, and it's frustrating. I've sent in a ticket in the game. Now, the fishing is a whole new case altogether. I don't know why sound's not working for me, but let's have a crack. This took me a while. Normally, I look at it on my right screen. Concentration. The man is fishing. Oh, see, I missed that one. That's a hard one. Oh, I missed that one again. That's your hardest. In that first panel is your hardy. Missed it again. Fuck me. I feel like I got that last one. Oh, shit. All right, pulling in a fish pays a lot more than not. I was very lucky to get a fish. Pays a lot more. At least you get something if you do miss it. But like if you miss a fish altogether, you get like 1 or 2, maybe 3 gold. And you can see again, durability 94 of 100. But because I've got 2.1 energy, I can play it twice. I'll make you guys, force you into watching this. You get one part of the game, you've got to hold your button. It took me so long to work that out. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Why isn't it working? Unfortunately, that first quarter, if you get it in there, it's very, very hard. And you've got to have reflexes like a tiger. Come on. You see, I held my button down. Missed that one. Got that one. Missed that one. See, it's hard. I did a lot of fishing in the first game, and it hasn't prepared me for the fishing in this. So that's no fish. So what's cool about that is at least you get something. It probably won't be enough compared to the durability damage that you take but at least you get something and you get a bit of experience that helps towards. So let's have a look at how do we repair. We click on that. We go bang. Consume 139.104. Remember, I've just done my dogs. I've done my cat and my duck to repair that. And they've got to be repaired later as well. This is a sink. This is a sink for their coin. Now, what I want to look at, though, is the upgrade function. Can I upgrade this anymore? No. I want to upgrade it. I want to use my DFL in the game, but I cannot at the moment. Please fix it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go to Kaiju. Still watching Kaiju. Now, you can see I've got 5,300 gems in my wallet. These 3,000 are in game, and I can choose to send them to my wallet if I want. So they went slightly off chain for some of the game, as a lot of the games have on Solana, because Solana at times can be a pain in the ass. So I finished that, and I fly away to Melbourne tonight, as I said. So I'm going to go here, 10 days, select all, and send them. So 10 days times 114 would be 1,140. You get slightly less, but this is cool. I can put them away for 10 days. I know I'm away for 2.5 days, so off they go. That's me mushroom farmer and me little frog night. So unfortunately, no game here for Anatoly The Cat. More bums in seats, ladies and gentlemen. Get in there. I think the mint is going to be something like 1 to 2 Solana for 5 cards. So don't quote me on it. It'll be somewhere around there. I'm absolutely minting. Let's see. I should show my profile. It shows you I played a few games. There was one day I smashed out like 10 games. 6 out of 12. Oh, 6 wins, 12 losses, I think. So, I mean, that's all of it. Definitely having fun with the remnants and playing around with that. And I had over 25, 30 keys when I came back from Europe. I didn't get a chance to fully play it there. So, obviously, it's been nice to catch up and try to get them back. It was good to see that the radiation zone went to that. I am absolutely loving my Steppen. I'm outside 3 hours plus a day. Increase my times, my speeds. It's awesome to meet some peers in the community. It's awesome to meet random people. Seeing at live events has been an absolute amazing part of my journey, their journey, everyone's journey. It's the social fire part of the game. So, yeah, I'm back. It's a very long video. I didn't know how long this one would go. I'll try to make sure I'm watching the games that I have been watching, studying new games, bringing them in. If I don't know the game properly, I don't want to talk about it too much. I want to show you guys what I'm in, what I'm playing, what has a potential. If a new one comes along that falls into my lap, as in one of the friends in that, I'll try to research it as well. But other than that, hope I've helped, and thank you, Mother, for the rabbits.